I met Wilbur after doing some research. After purchasing my house, I wanted some upgrades done to it, as in home automation, surround sound, movie theater room, security cameras. I went to Best Buy with no help. Didn't like the way that they were doing business. So I met Wilbur after doing some research on several companies about just doing some upgrades to the house. After finding no luck going to Best Buy and big named retailers, started looking on Craigslist, started looking on Google for reviews, and I ran into Wilbur's name along with two other companies. After speaking to him personally the first two times, I noticed his customer service. Everybody else just worried about, I guess, getting the bid on the job. Wilbur actually wanted to exactly get to know what I needed or what I wanted before he even worried about giving me a price. And to me, that did mean a lot. He asked me, where do I want a camera? What do I want to focus on? Where do I want this? It just showed that he had dedication and time to his customer. And he actually listened to what I wanted and what kind of quality picture, so many things that other companies, when they came and gave me a quote, they weren't even mentioning. One of my concerns is my house was brand new. I did not want to cause damage to it. I didn't want to get out of the warranty. I didn't want to do things to harm my home or make it look, out of place or not right. So I asked him the way he was going to wire the cameras, where he was going to drill, what he was going to cut. I wanted everything to look as if it was pre-wired through the home, and he actually did a very awesome job. So the questions I asked was how long had he been doing this, whether he had done residential, commercial. He answered he had done both. He had the equipment. He had everything to show me beforehand how it was gonna look, how it was gonna work out. A couple concerns were how he was gonna run electricity to my chimney outside to my TV, which he planned it accordingly, and he drilled through the wall and ran a cable down, and you can't see anything around the house. At the end of the day, that's what I wanted, that's what I needed. I wanted something clean and sophisticated. Based on doing my research, there was reviews from people saying on other competitors that they rushed the job. Once they got the initial payment, they would procrastinate coming out and finishing the work. They would leave work half done. The other issue was once it was done and they were paid, when they were having troubleshooting or when they would have problems arising through the installations, it would take them 3 or 4 days for them to even get back in contact with them. That's something that I didn't want. I really did appreciate that I have Wilbur's direct line and his direct number, and I didn't want a person that would show up to a job site and later on it would be hard for me to get a hold of him. There was one occasion that it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm having an issue with my security cameras, so I decided to text Wilbur, and he answered right back, got on my computer and fixed the issue. That's something that I don't think you could get with any other company, regardless of the customer service that they have. Wilbur likes to be in direct contact with his customers. He takes care of the things that he needs to take care of, no matter what time it is. One misconception that a lot of people get is security. Security means so many things to different people. To me and my family, it means peace of mind. I believe cameras are not there to deter thieves. They're just there to let you know what the aftermath was or what happened to get you to that point. My sister had her puppy over here and she forgot she left it out. She came back in and the puppy was gone. She immediately went back to the cameras, figured out the puppy had gone to around the corner to one of my neighbor's house, which she went and knocked on the door, and the owner was like, yeah, the puppy had been here for a couple hours. That in itself kind of paid for a part of the cameras. I mean, my sister would have been without her puppy forever. And that in itself, it just showed me why it is so important for you to have that peace of mind. My wife called me scared, saying a car had passed by and took pictures of the house. Me being a business owner, being in the jewelry business, you always have to be alert as to things like this. After going back through the camera, I see that it's a woman driver, and I can't see clearly who the passenger is, but I see the make and model of the vehicle. I'm pretty sure I could have zoomed in on the plates and grabbed the license plate if I needed to. In the morning, my stepdaughter called me. She was like, look, my friend passed by our house, and she took a snap of the house and sent it to me. So at that moment, I figured out that it was that friend of hers that had snapped the house. But in all, it just shows you what's going on when you're not there, and that means a lot. There's been times also when me and my wife are not here, and the kids get home from school and we're running 10, 15 minutes late, and we can actually communicate with our daughters because they hit the doorbell and it automatically rings on my phone or her phone. We answer and we can communicate with them and let them know we're 10 minutes away or we're 15 minutes away, or there's food in the microwave, or there's food here, or clean your room, do your chores, or whatever it may be. It just feels like I'm in constant communication with my house, even though I spend 10, 12 hours out of the day that I'm not here. Until I got my house fully automated, I didn't really understand the whole concept of home automation. I thought it was change some lights here, put some cameras here. I didn't know the extent that you could go and do things. There's so many things. Technology is so far advanced now that you could do so much at your house without even being there. And Wilbur broke down all those questions. He showed me, hey, you can control this, you could do this, you could do that. You can control your movie theater with your phone. You could turn on your screen with your phone. Say you can't find your remote, there's so many ways you can control things. And that in itself is very amazing to me. Another reason why I got my house automated is there's times where I travel or we as a family are on vacation, and you want to be able to control the lights, be able to control the temperature in the house, be able to actually make people feel like there's somebody inside the home. And there's been times where I'm not home and it's late at night, and before I even get in the gate, I turn my outside lights on, I turn my inside lights, I check the cameras, make sure everything's okay. I check on my puppy, my family's dog, and make sure he's not tearing up the house. Just so many ways that it just gives you a sense of security. And really, the money that I do have invested or that I did spend on it, it was well spent. I feel as if every day it pays itself off, just because it gives me peace of mind. Whenever I want to look at something, it's there. If I want to check my doorbell, make sure a package has got there, it'll show. If I want to turn on the lights, lower the temperature inside the house, or say it got cold and we were out on vacation, I could raise the temperature up. There's just so many ways that it helps, and that makes life a lot easier. The number one concern on my home automation when I started, the first thing I asked them was security cameras. From there, I said, what do you think I could do to my house to tweak it, to make it family fun, so the kids can enjoy the home as much as they can? So Wilbur started giving me ideas. The first was the security cameras. Then he did my home theater, and he did my home integrated audio. Everything that he did, I can control with my phone, and it's been an ease to even when I upgrade phones, to transfer all those apps into my other phone. They've been very simple to operate. In my master bedroom, I can hear whatever I want to hear: FM, Pandora, Spotify. Not only that, I have upstairs balcony and an outside patio. So if I have people upstairs that want to listen to something, I have people downstairs that want to listen to something else, and I have somebody in the living room, kitchen area that wants to listen to something else, all four of those zones can be controlled independently, and everybody can listen to what they want at the end of the day. That in itself was amazing to me, the fact that I could just control it through my phone and I could pick whatever I wanted to listen to. I was having issues getting my cable provider, my dish provider to install. Wilbur had a way of, instead of having to wait a week, he got it done that day. And that was a really big relief of headache. He hung up all my TVs in every room. Total, I have, I think, 15 TVs in the house. He did all that. He put all the direct TVs, boxes behind them, and every TV in every room. You can view cable satellite differently from what you're viewing in any other room. He did my home theater the best way that I think. You know, even though I don't enjoy it as much as I should, every time I walk in there, everything works properly. There's no malfunctions. Usually when you start upgrading a house that wasn't pre-wired for things, you start getting issues of things not working properly, things, you know, you have to tweak them or fix certain things. But so far, in the year and a half that I've been in my new home after Wilbur did his work, I haven't had any major issues, apart from when the light goes out and, you know, the system has to reboot, stuff like that. So I've had a lot of neighbors ask me what all have I done to my home, which I go into full extent. And I am very grateful for the relationship that I do have with Wilbur, where I can call him and ask him questions or hey, what do you think? You know, has any new cameras came out that I could upgrade? What can I do to the home that can, you know, what technology is out there new from what I've done last year? Plenty of people ask me, they're like, you know, is he good? Do you trust him? How good is his work, his craftsmanship? You know, there was times where he worked till 3, 4 in the morning for 2 weeks constantly so he can finish my home. While he was working, I had to take a family vacation, and my mother-in-law was the only one staying at home. And you know, he would come and work. His crew would come. They were real respectful, very clean. They were well-mannered. They just did everything the right way that made me feel like, without any doubt, you know, if I buy another house or if I have any more work, there's no questions asked about who I'm gonna use. His dedication to his work, I haven't seen anything like that in many, many years. And that just shows a lot about a person. So one of the reasons why I chose a home with a home theater pre-built, sometimes I don't get to go out to the movies with the kids all at once, but I want to give them that experience that, hey, you know, you can sit at home and have the same experience. So we decided to go with a 120-inch screen. We did the Sony projector, we did the surround sound 7.1. Just sitting in the theater chairs upstairs is just amazing. It makes you feel like you're in a movie theater. And there's been times where people are like, why do you even go to the movies? You know, you have everything here at home. And that made me feel happy. It makes the kids feel happy. You know, I enjoy it when they enjoy things. Me growing up, I didn't have these things. They weren't, you know, they weren't in our reach. Now that I'm able to do this for my family, it makes their life a lot easier. They're happy, you know, they're not getting into trouble. They're, you know, taking care of what they have to take care of, and that gives me a sense of relief.